We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin.
And today, faithful acolytes, we take a look at these. And what we have here from Hellfire is the Ritual hot sauce and the Ritual Habitual hot sauce. So we got these cool sort of tiki masks. This one's particularly gnarly looking for me. This one is yelly. You see, here's a really good look at the color differentiation between these two. So the one on the left, this one right here, is the regular Ritual, and the one on the right is the Ritual Habitual. And even with me trying to keep usage as identical as I could, I've used quite a bit more of the Ritual sauce. I find it is a much, much better sauce. So we have a taste of the islands, eruption of heat. I mean, this is a good way of doing a label. This is the Ritual side. This is fine. I went through, and I'm not going to go through which are identical as far as ingredients in this video. There is a very, very specific description, blow by blow, if you will, in the written review for both of these. It's a double review, just like this is a double video. And the link to that is in the description below, but you can see here is the ingredient list for this. And it is terrible. You know, here's why one of the reasons I harp on labels so much is because there are allergies and intolerances, right? And if I inadvertently have stuff like onions, for instance, it will just trash me. Like nearly instantly usually, but even then, even after I have evacuated it forcefully, usually through the same hole it comes in, I will be like cramping and have stomach issues the entire rest of the day. And then we have this, which is this tiny, I'm actually blowing it up so you can see it, but so we do have, I'm not going to go through all these. Again, written review if you want to see that. And their website is out. Honestly, not good at this either. But so we have Trinidad Scorpions, we have 7 Pop Primos, and Orange Habs. That is the main peppers here. Let me take it off of focus just so you can see how tiny it is without that. And for this one, we have some changing up. This is basic. In fact, I don't even need to do that. What we have here is this one is rum, this one has bourbon, and this one has smoked habaneros and chipotle as the peppers. So that's the main differences between them. All right, let's get them into some spoons so we can take a look at them proper like. This is the Ritual Habitual. I find this sauce so baffling. You know, it's like, why? Why the naming? Why is it made? Like, what's the point? Let's pour the other spoon and then we'll compare them side by side by side by side by side by side by side. All right, so there's this one, rather frothy, lots of pepper particulates in this one. A little chunky, sort of a medium thickness, I guess I would call it. All right, and here is the Ritual. I could maybe, you know what, it's fine, whatever. All right. Oh, nope, don't spill. So there you can see it with a white point side by side. Ritual here, Ritual Habitual here. Coloration, I think, on these is both great. I think this one, the Ritual, I think looks really good. This one definitely looks like a fruit-forward Sweet Hot, but very different in that respect. But I think they both look really, really good. So let's see, what should we do first? Let's do the Ritual Habitual first.
It's tasty. It's almost like it wants to be. It's odd. It is tasty, but it's odd. So I get a little bit of the Caribbean, all those different spices and whatnot in there, plus the smokiness that makes me think it wants to be a barbecue sauce. Plus a little dash of the bourbon, but honestly, the net effect is just kind of confused. It just seems like those two things don't go together very well. Rather clashy. I mean, it's got a little bit of punch to it. Just, I mean, not a whole ton, but just a little bit. It's so weird. It's like the sauce is fighting itself. If that makes sense. All right, so this is this one right here, the regular Ritual. And I'm assuming that one came first. Punchy. So we got a really forward display of fruit with this one. Tropical fruit, those lovely peppers in there as well. I think so. I'm really, the more I have them, the more I'm kind of surprised that more people aren't using 7-pots. I think they're fantastic. But got some punchy heat. This works as a cohesive whole. It's got different elements, but it really functions as what it's meant to be, which is, very fruit-forward Caribbean style, definitely punchy hot sauce. And this one I think works. I'm assuming this one came first. This one to me just, I don't know. It seems like it just doesn't know what it wants to do. Like I said, this is inner turmoil in a bottle. And I'm almost tempted to I wish I knew more of the hot sauce guys, so I could ask them, send them an email or call them or whatever, and be like, dude, explain this. It's like, why Ritual Habitual? What are we going for here? What is the meaning? Like, what is the what's function, right? Conjunction, junction. What's your function? I don't know. I don't understand this sauce. This one I get. And this one is gorgeous. This is a fantastic sauce. It tastes great. It like I said, does have a very, very nice degree of pachow to it as well. So I back this one. This one, I probably will finish it. I just don't know that I'm ever going to get it again. It is the problem. Here's kind of my problem with this. Okay, so I did a dual thing, right? And usually when I do dual reviews, they'll be close, but one sauce inevitably kind of goes. It's not meant to be a versus, but it turns out to be that one. And I will like one of them way, 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 way more. The Olivets, the Angry Irishman Olivets, those were, I think, a little bit closer in terms of my preference. Because they were essentially a green olive puree. Not much to go wrong there. But, so anyway, so when I do that, and then I usually will just like whip through the one I like the most. And the other one the other poor thing will just kind of just be hanging out by its lonesome. But I mean, these are sort of related sauces, but not really, because this one veers off so wildly from the other one that it's just, I almost think this should have been named something else. Although I don't really like it that well, so I honestly am not sure why it's even around. But anyway, so let's get on to the food. I've got a little treat. Let's get these out of the way for a minute. And here it is. So this is this. This is the Surfer Boy pepperoni pizza. Now they had a bunch of weird flavors. This, of course, is in reference to season 4 of Stranger Things. And so you got to see it to believe it, my dudes. We got these cardboard glasses. Put that over there. So now we don't have those anymore. This was out in the summer, and this is from Palermo's. This was out in the summer at Walmart, and I picked it up, and I wanted to save it for a special occasion because it looks. it's foolishness, but I thought, I'll save it for a special occasion. They had a bunch of weird flavors. I think Supreme, they had like a jalapeno and pineapple, which in hindsight, I wish I would have got that because that would have been much, much better with these. But I just got a pepperoni because, the thing with these novelty food items is you don't know how good they're going to be. Anyway, so it's sat since the summer, and then I'm, we're approaching Thanksgiving as I film this, so it's been sitting a while. In fact, there was a lot of actual ice bits on top of the pizza that I had to try to take off before I cooked it. So you can see it scorched the edges a little bit on some of it. But I don't mind scorched edges. All right, so let's do this. It's a thicker crust, so for me, I usually don't eat thick crust because I don't love crust. I will say this. There was an outstanding amount of pepperoni on this. Usually when you get a pepperoni pizza, oftentimes you just won't get enough pepperoni. They'll skimp on the one thing that costs the most. Not here. Actually, I guess his crust isn't that thick. Maybe I will. Maybe we'll try to power through the whole thing. I don't know. We'll see. Let's get a baseline right now, though. So it doesn't remind me of a delivery pizza, but there is a couple local places when I was growing up that took their stabs at frozen pizzas. That's what this reminds me of. A sauce reminds me of like a Tony's or a Totino's. Crust is fine. I do like this crust. I didn't think I was going to, but I do. Should have got that. Damn it! I should. These are expensive though. I think that's why I didn't get that jalapeno and pineapple pizzas because these are not cheap. I want to say it was $6 or $7. A lot of the pizza quality, it obviously comes with toppings and crust to a degree, but the sauce I think is a major part of it. A little bit of a bready crust here. Not bad. Alright. I need to put my crust somewhere. I'm an adult. I'm a big boy. And I want to eat crust. Damn it, I'm not gonna. Okay, let's try to get some evenly sized pieces here. Yeah, not bad. I have no complaints. I don't think I would get this again for $7 or $8. But if it was, $5, $6, I'd have no problem getting this. It's pretty solid. I'm really surprised by that too. Novelty stuff can. No, it is. That can go either way. Okay, so. Okay, let's put it on this one will be on this side. I'll put the bottle on the side of the plate. I'm gonna divide it in half so I can keep this separated. All right. This sauce borderline this sauce borderline doesn't need pizza. This pizza borderline does not need any help. It's not great, but it's not funky on the level of some of the other, especially the cheaper ones where you gotta have a little boost to it. And sometimes I just like sauce on pizza. Fruit-based sweet hots are definitely one that. This is such a good sauce that I tend to enjoy quite a bit. But this one with all the other spices in there, the cloves and stuff, I feel like it clashes. Or will clash. I shouldn't say it clashes. I haven't had it yet, but like I feel like it will clash just a touch. So, all right, let's start out with the. This one, the Ritual Habitual. There's just so much going on there. It's so confusing. Sweetness and all the spices, and it is completely running right over the top of this pizza. Man, if I thought I didn't mesh before, holy moly. Well, there. Let me say definitively that this is not a good pizza sauce. The Ritual Habitual. Alright, well, what about the Ritual? Let's find out. Wow, not bad. Not bad, not bad. The allspice and the cloves are played down a little bit, but so we have the sweetness of the fruit, which there's a lot more of it here. Plus those wonderful peppers. Maybe that's what it is. We're getting more cancellation or melding with this one. This is not, it's very solid. There's a lot of other bites with the meat. Cheese only bites, I don't know. That was good. Yeah. So it needs the saltiness of the meat to play off of. Not bad. All right. Now this has had some time to think about it. And we've already got the sauce, so we're in for it. Let's just go for it. No bueno. This pizza was getting a little punchy towards the end, I gotta say. Nice. Scorpion's a 7-pot, so I mean. If there wasn't a little bit of that punch, something would be wrong, right? It's so weird that I cooked this unevenly. Maybe my oven's junk. Well, I mean, you've seen other pizzas though, maybe not. Maybe one side had more ice on it or something. I didn't get enough of it. I will say this, I do admire this crust quite a bit. This crust is very nice. This is generally the way I prefer pizza crust. A little bit of heft to it, but really, it's angling pretty hard at thin crust. But I like the Napolitano's wood-fired pizzas a lot. All right. Last one here with the Ritual on it. I was going to do a showdown, whichever one I like better, I would have done the remaining pizza with. And I still might, but not on camera. This is a bit filling. Really good though. I gotta look for. I'm gonna have to look for some more Palermos. Like, I'm solidly impressed, and I hope that they're not, $7 or $8 to throw normally. I haven't seen them though for a while, so I'm sure the promotion is done, and they just trashed whatever was left, or went on clearance and I missed it. Otherwise, I would go back and try to find a jalapeno and pineapple pizza just because I'm kind of curious how that would go. Not in general. I wouldn't get a pizza like that without meat on it, like a ham or something. At minimum bacon. But I'd be interested to see what that sauce did with that. Alright. Crust. Oh. I'm getting a solid burn. It's very nice. Kind of an unexpected one, but I like it. Thank you, Ritual. Alright, so. Alright, let's sum up. I don't know what they were trying to do with this. We had a really, really good sauce. And it's kind of like they took the base and just changed the peppers, but I don't know that the 16 different ingredients that are shared between these two is necessarily a base. Like, I don't know if that would be the case, and they're using mashes an awful lot as well. So I mean, possibly there's more spice on this side than there is on this side to try to overcome the smoky flavor. Because chipotle and smoked habanero, the smoke can get pretty pronounced in a hurry. But the fruit, I think what really damages the sauce is that the fruit is just smashed. It's just obliterated. The wonderful fruit flavor that's here is just ground into the dirt by this. So, definitely this one, I think I would try grilling with this one, not with this one. This one I like by itself. I wouldn't want to tinker with it. I don't think either one is sweet enough, but it'd be really interesting to see what this does. And I've still got a little bit of testing. I do plan to try this one at least on burgers and see if I can find somewhere where it does well. But so far, this has been the runaway winner. This is actually, I think, one of the better sauces in Hellfire's lineup. I really, really like this one. So definitely the Ritual gets a very nice nod from me. Excellent fruit flavor, excellent spice from the peppers, excellent pepper flavor from the peppers. And it is a very, very nice change of pace. Got a nice bit of sweetness in there. Just really a great example of the Caribbean style, I think. It definitely speaks to me of a lot of Caribbean cuisine. This one, well, we'll test it some more. I'll leave it at that. So, but anyway, there it is. The Hellfire Ritual and the Hellfire Ritual Habitual hot sauces.
Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.